I have with me today Kyle Gamble, Senior Vice President. He's in charge of commercial brokerage. He's in charge of Hubble Apartment Living, and he's in charge of Hubble Homes. So, Kyle, why don't you give us a brief update of what's going on in those three departments?
Well, let's start with Hubble Apartment Living. We've had an interesting last 30 days, but surprisingly positive. Our occupancy rates have been stable since the beginning of the year, essentially, and since mid-March when we had the onset of COVID-19. And also, very surprisingly, is our level of delinquencies has been extremely low. And so we're quite positive about the future and coming out of this COVID environment, albeit it will have some bumps along the way, but we are extremely kind of optimistic about where the portfolio stands from an occupancy perspective and where our team has been in leading the residents through the process of maintaining their occupancy, maintaining their rent schedules, et cetera. So it's been a positive environment in that standpoint. With regards to Hubble Homes and the home company, sales have continued. We've been optimistic in the number of sales that we've seen in April and so far in May. In May, Hubble Homes has had 14 sales and the home company has had 8 sales. So the market is functioning. And from that standpoint, we're optimistic about the future as well. On the commercial brokerage side, you can imagine with the COVID issues, the market has essentially paused. Although we are starting to see some activity both in the capital markets and with people out looking and touring space. So we think in the third quarter, essentially, that business is going to pick back up. It was extremely strong going into March. So we're going to have about a 2-month lag here that will affect us later on down the line. But I don't think this pause is going to be long-standing, and we're going to start to see things improve.
Good. I know probably the hell of those three has been impacted the most through COVID-19. And I get a lot of questions from people. When are you going to start opening up the leasing offices, the fitness centers, the pools? Are they going to open up? So tell me, what are your thoughts on all that?
Well, we're working on that plan right now. A lot of that has to do with what the governor is going to allow from an opening standpoint and how we're going to manage that process. We're in the planning stages of that right now. We hope to roll that out probably in phases. So what I would anticipate is some of our outdoor amenities, for example, will start to open up first, with the exception of pools. We're going to need some guidance from CDC and the governor, quite frankly, on how we're going to handle the pools this summer. So more to come on that. How we're going to open fitness centers, how we're going to manage them, how we're going to clean them appropriately, the number of occupants, all of those things we're working on right now. We want to lead the market, of course, and not lag the market when it comes to opening our amenities, but we got to make sure that we're leading in a fashion of safety as well. And I think our team is doing a good job of managing that right now. And the plan is being put in place as we speak, and we'll hope to start to communicate that probably next week. As far as opening up the offices, that's along the same lines as the amenities as well. When you're in an apartment management setting, you're dealing with the general public to some degree. A lot of people come in from the outside to inquire about properties, inquire about apartments. So we're managing that process as well, and we'll be rolling that out here shortly.
So we've relied heavily on technology during this 2 to 3 month time frame. What have you seen that has amazed you as far as the use of technology and how it has benefited us?
On a couple of fronts. On the Hubble Apartment Living side, the virtual tours has been very well received. So we'll have residents that'll go through almost the entire leasing process virtually and online. So our leasing managers can show a prospect a unit via virtual tour and then go through the actual leasing process all remotely. And we've done a number of leases in that regard, just in that manner. And it's been very well received by our prospective residents and new residents. On the Hubble on Hubble Homes and the home company, virtual engagement is key for us. And that's not going to change. That's going to be key for us going forward. So our online concierge, our live chats have been extremely well received by prospective buyers, and it's allowed us to engage them in a more effective manner, and it's created some efficiencies in the buying process, which we've seen already bear fruit this month.
Well, great. Last question for you, because people always ask me this question. So how are you doing?
I'm doing well. I am amazed at the resolve of this organization during the last 60 days. It's been an incredibly interesting ride. Much more to come and much more to go. But how this organization has handled this COVID situation has been incredible. We went into this situation in a strong position, and I believe we're going to come out of this even stronger. And that's largely due to the people in this organization and the hard work that they've been putting forth. It's just been amazing.
Great. Well, thanks, Kyle. Appreciate your time. I'll let you get back to it.
All right. Thank you.